and glancing over in the corner, you can now see the shape of what looks to be Gilmore, slumped in the corner, arm draped over his midsection, head down to the side in the center of that pool.
I run right over. Is he awake? Is he alive? I've got my hand under his chin. Is he alive?
You reach over and touch Gilmore's face, and it is cold with sweat, and but it's feverish sweat. There is a very, very strong fever in his body, and there's just beads of sweat down the face. And as you look down, you can see where the arm is holding, there is just blood soaked into the robe. You can see parts of the robe right now are currently, elements of it are burned and charred. You can see what look parts scraped away, and Gilmore is looking pretty rough.
Pike, Keyleth, come over here.
Okay.
Pike, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna cure wounds.
Is this going to be all right?
Yeah.
It's here. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Gil? Is there any consciousness?
I can try and assist you, Pike, with cure wounds. That's all I have
That's
right
all
now.
I can do too. I can help
Okay.
and assist, but
Is he conscious?
No, unconscious and...
He's unconscious?
Unconscious and looking...
Fading fast.
can you greater rest? I mean, what's the
Pike.
best cure you can do, Pike?
Hurry, Pike.
Okay.
You guys can both make medicine checks to try and put him in a
Stabilize
position.
him?
Well,
Yeah.
to try and put him in a position where he would be more susceptible.
I can
22.
I can use the 6th level and just heal.
Just use the spell heal?
Yeah.
And I did a 16 on my medicine check to her 20 with her
Okay.
22.
22.
So-
22, yeah.
So you guys take a moment, you kind of go and you dress the wounds best you can, and put him in a position where Pike, as you bring forward, you grab your holy symbol, and clutching it between both your hands very tightly, you kneel down in front of the slowly fading body of Gilmore. You can see the shiver occasionally, instinctually in his unconsciousness, and you reach out and touch him, and as you do, the warm light of Sarenrae fills your torso, travels through your arms and into the body of Gilmore. His arms fall to his side limp as the warmth kind of swells up into the torso, and for the second, as the outside of the robe that you saw torn open opens up, you can see now the hideous gash that is currently torn through his abdomen. As the warmth kind of spreads through the body and the light visually shows the horrible, jagged nature of this wound, the wound stitches itself up, and you can see it close, leaving but the tiniest of scar across. The blood itself still, all still caked into the material, but the wound is now closed. As you pull your hands back, you can see Gilmore's body, which is from the sheer power of the heal spell, has kind of actually been elevated a few inches off the ground, and then clatters to the ground as the spell finishes. And you can see shivers for a second and kind of curls over.
I just pull him into my lap. No, hold on.
At this point, Sherry instinctively goes, "Is he all right? Is he all right?" She kind of pulls at her glasses, puts them on.
I think so.
Time saying how bad things had become, and Iman, and he went and spoke with Allura alone. Something sensitive, and we found her 10 minutes later. Come with me.
What do you mean? What? Shit. Are you serious?
She steps over the stone and kind of leads you inside of the fortress.
My biggest fear.
She turns the corner and kind of stops, staring into the room. And as you guys approach and kind of motions for you to follow her, you walk up to one of the small meeting chambers, the one that you met Ellie with when you first arrived here. And as you begin to approach, Kima kind of turns back in and says, "It's okay. Friends are here." And you walk in and you see Allura kind of sitting, looking really scared in the corner in her robes, sitting on a chair, kind of their knees pulled to her chest, and just kind of... Her eyes widen as she sees you all, and she kind of just gets up from the chair and runs over, and the person who's probably the first to walk in there would probably be Keyleth at this point, and just wraps her arms around you and just holds you for a second and shakes.
Are you okay? What happened? I thought you were dead for a second.
She kind of backs away.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What's your name? What's your name?
She's been
feeble-minded.
Can you?
Did she cast
Greater restoration?
I turned to Kima. Was it feeble-minded?
I don't know what that is. I don't.
Did she?
Can you help her?
Yes. Yes.
Pike can.
It's a restoration spell.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration on her.
So as you approach, Kima, as you begin to walk forward, your hands begin to glow. As you reach up, your holy symbol beginning to burn with a bright whitish orange color that mingles with the red and gold of the armor across your chest. As the glow sparks in your fingers, she goes,
It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna help you.
I try and calm her as best as I can to help Pike. Any assistance I can provide.
She reaches forward and slowly touches and grabs your hand. And as it does, you watch as the light transfers from your hands and gauntlets into her arms and upper sleeves. She kind of winces from it, but you keep holding her tight. And as it passes up through, reaches her mind, her face, the glow kind of passes through and lifts off her like this gentle steam that just kind of lifts off her. Her eyes roll back for a second and close. You are a godsend, my dear.
I grab her and hug her.
She pulls you in for a big hug and lifts you up off the ground for a second before she, you're heavy now. Puts you back down.
I just have so much armor on.
That you do. As she pulls back, she looks to you all, and immediately, Grog and Vex, you feel yourself pushed apart as Kima rushes up and just grabs her around the side and says, "Don't do that again!" Kind of holds her for a second, and Lord just kind of rubs her hair and says, I'm sorry, I should have been careful. We needed allies, I didn't know. And Kima says, you shut up, and she reaches up and gives her a kiss. And she kind of takes her and holds her to her chest as Allura holds her, and you hear Kima kind of quietly sobbing for a moment. She goes,
That's 28.
28, all right. You hack, and the axe slides into the front of the breastplate, and as you pull back, you see a gout of blood. The figure just takes it, not reacting.
Stands there.
Maybe we shouldn't kill all of...
What? Why?
All right, so
I
what
would
the rest of
like
you doing?
to bonus action.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not. I'm just.
Why isn't he moving?
A helmet?
Yeah.
Can you pop the
the
helmet
one
off?
standing has a helmet, and the two that fell, their helmets kind of tumbled off as they impacted and fell back.
What do they look like up there?
Oh, no.
That the helmets came
Oh
off.
no, were they our friends?
We're friends.
Pull the helmet off. Oh, come pull the helmet off.
I pulled the helmet off.
Okay. You pull the helmet off, and you watch a immediate bit of black, kind of fuzzy facial hair tips from underneath. And as you reveal, you see darkened skin and long black hair with a bit of kind of colored makeup under the eyes.
No.
And what looks to be a metal band across the forehead.
No.
Looking ahead, unmoving, unflinching, just locked in place, staring past you.
It's Gilmore.
Is it Gilmore?
We
You glance up and look, and it's Gilmore standing in the middle of the room.
Wait, don't run in.
We killed the two.
No, we don't know anything yet. I command Zombie Delilah and Zombie Vander to go to the heads and take the helmets off the two heads on the ground. Yeah.
Okay, the helmets are partially off, so it's easy enough. They slip the helms off. To the left, it was less of a halfling and more of just a younger girl. It was conjunct armor, a little taller than the other. You can see brown hair with a shock of white in it, currently laying back, unmoving, bleeding out. The other one looks to be specifically gnomish, short brown hair, and is just eyes wide on the ground.
Is that my girl? Is that my baby girl? Is that my baby girl?
I think it's an illusion.
An illusion?
I'm hoping. I don't know.
To
I feel
fuck
like
with
this can't
us?
be real.
That's my baby girl.
Can I? I'm going in.
I am too.
Okay.
Me too.
Can I stand over one of the bodies and just do like a perception check, a medicine check?
Make a medicine check.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
A woman?
23.
23.
A child.
They're not illusions, and they are both dead.
I cut the head off of the one in the middle.
No! No! Don't do it! I'll go down!
I stand in front of him and I say, no! Please don't.
They still have them, kind of the bands. Each one of them has this like strange brass
Take the band off!
across
Take the
their
band
head.
off his head!
I take my mace and I slowly try to take one of the bands off.
Okay, you take it off the head of one of the two dead?
Yeah, but not touching it, but just like scraping it off.
Okay,
with
it slides off.
Does anything happen?
Can
Off of one of the dead ones?
Yeah.
Can we cast Revivify on him?
Don't
No.
do that. Let's
Yeah, do that.
Is it? Who is it? Who
Revivify
are
is
they? For
immediate,
sure,
though.
it is
It's Kaylee and Cassandra.
It's Kaylee and Cassandra.
not looking.
Revivify them. Take the bands off and revivify them.
We need. What is the band before we do anything?
Take it off of Gilmore.
Take it off
He's
of
still
Gilmore.
alive.
Let's make
she
him.
did. She took it off.
No,
of
she
No,
took
no,
it
She
off.
took it off
Is
one of the.
Gilmore, does Gilmore look like he's still alive?
He's wounded, but he's still alive and
Okay,
just staring
so I'll do
forward.
the same thing.
Okay, you pull the
with
band
Gilmore.
off, and the eyes kind of flicker for a second. Oh,
Oh my god.
what happened? Where am I? How
Oh my god.
Alright, pull the axe back.
Oh my god.
What happened?
We just killed.
Okay.
Save her. Right now.
I put my hand up over his mouth.
Okay.
Take them.
It's okay. It's okay.
He looks down.
I stand over. I stand over Kaylee and I cast Revivify.
Okay. Okay. You see like the eyes kind of lull back in the stillness of the body, and as you finish touching the body and the warmth burst, the breath comes back to her and she starts coughing. And sits up and kind of leans over, grasping.
I go and grab her and just hold her.
I stand over Cassandra and I cast Revivify.
Okay.
These are big spells, aren't they?
As you reach out and touch
These
her
are
chest,
huge.
the brief moment of stillness leads as her eyes slowly blink back. Begins breathing again.
This is some Southern shit right here.
That is so fucked up.
Across his long, tattered red robes and his dark golden armor, his ribcage glows from within, sending beams of sickly green light out at each gap. And there, floating within the bones, is the faint outline of a small humanoid form locked within. Make a perception check, everyone.
Oh no.
What?
Who is it though?
None. Natural 20. Are you serious? There you
31.
go. 24. Come on,
8.
Snitch.
21.
Okay.
25.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. All right, so you 5 look up to see an unconscious little girl of human and elven descent. Valora floats, encased within the rib cage of the avatar form. She appears to be in some sort of a trance and is held by nothing but air and energy. A terrible, familiar smile creeps across the face of his thin, mummified lips. Case that spirals around it before it abruptly ends, and the tendrils of green energy begin that held the various platforms
And
aloft.
she's unconscious?
She's dead.
She's dead?
Oh god, here we go.
Did everybody know that and I didn't know that?
Well, she was burned.
You didn't know
and
until you got
smoking
up.
and falling. Yeah.
And you, as you grab
like
her
she's
body and
been-
pull up to the edge and look for a place, you look down and there's no breath.
Yeah, she took 60 plus points of.
Fuck.
We can fix her
Yeah, we can
later.
If you guys,
Okay, I took her-
anybody survives,
God.
they'll-
Okay,
yes.
okay.
It will hardly matter if you
I
don't
took her little body away and hope
Yeah,
it
it'll hardly
stays.
matter if you
Fucking
don't survive.
shitballs.
Yeah.
Can I fly back up?
You go ahead and set her aside down below where an area where it seems safe, and then you fly up.